Why make your own bone broth? Bone broth is high in nutrients. It contains vitamins and minerals like iron, calcium, and magnesium, while also being high in protein and collagen. Research shows that drinking bone broth supports your immune system. Bone broth can help promote gut health and has potential gut healing as well as anti-diarrheal properties. Bone broth can lessen joint pain, improve joint elasticity, help you maintain strong bones and muscles, as well as reduce the chance of developing osteoarthritis. Bone broth also promotes healthy hair, skin, and nails. Sipping a warm cup of bone broth with a little lemon can also be a great stress reducer. There are two main benefits to making your own broth. The first is it tastes better. Compared to even the highest quality store-bought bone broth, a homemade one has more flavor and you could customize it to your taste by adding aromatics, spices, and herbs. The second is price. Buying it can be expensive, while making your own uses free leftovers that you'd otherwise normally throw away. I recently deboned and deskinned some chicken legs and thighs for another recipe, and not wanting to waste what was left over, I decided to make some bone broth out of the remaining bits of chicken that I have left over. So I seasoned this chicken with adobo seasoning. Salt and pepper is sufficient, and I baked it at 425 for 40 minutes to get some color onto it and to render out some of the fat. I also have 3 carrots. Only have 2 stalks of celery because you want the carrot to celery ratio to be pretty equal. I have half an onion, a couple of bay leaves, a tablespoon of lemon juice, or you could use apple cider vinegar. It helps leach out the calcium from the bones. And I'm going to be putting it in the Instant Pot for 4 hours and letting the pressure naturally release. The longer, you could do it in 2 hours, but if you do it longer, I've actually done it overnight at 8-hour cooks quite often. The longer you do it, the more healthy it's going to be for you. The benefit of an Instant Pot is you don't have to worry about it burning, and it's sealed, so you really don't have to worry about bacteria. So quite often I'll do it overnight and then just deal with it in the morning because it does take quite a while for this to cool off. I like to let it cool off and then I put it into the refrigerator, let the fat rise and harden, and then I could just remove all the fat, and that way I could use the skin and get the benefits, the collagen and everything out of the skin. So I got the Instant Pot on. I'm going to just put in my vegetables. You can do this in a pot. I recommend doing it for at least 4 hours. You don't have to be, you're not going to be using these vegetables after, so you could be pretty rough with them. They're going to give us everything. The only thing you got to do is make sure there's enough liquid to cover. Typically this makes about 2 quarts, and that brings the liquid up to the max fill line on my Instant Pot. You can, this is another good way to get your most out of rotisserie chicken. Like if you get a rotisserie chicken from Costco or any other store, it makes a great broth, and it's already cooked. You don't have to even add the vegetables to it. I'm just doing that because more flavor is better than less flavor. But a broth made out of rotisserie chicken skin and bones tastes really good on its own. So that's it. Like it's that simple. So it's been over 6 hours. The pressure is released, and the next step would be to strain your broth. Not going to use the meat or the vegetables for anything at this point. They've given up all the flavor and nutrients, everything they're going to give. So you just dump everything into a bowl. And then let it strain. I'm gonna put this over the cooking bowl, let it strain for about 10 minutes while I do other things. But these bones are nothing now. They're super soft. If you wanted, you could compost them. The vegetables, because they're in the pressure cooker, they look the same way they went in, but everything just falls apart. There's no hardness or texture to anything. All the calcium and everything is leached out into the broth, and that's what we want. So there's a huge difference between this and what you buy at the store. It tastes better. Right now would be a good time to check for seasoning. Add a little salt and pepper if you like. But look at this color. Look at this this richness. There's gelatin in there, and I have joint problems, and when I drink this broth, I feel healthier. I feel better. So highly recommended, and I hope you try it. So this is gonna sit out, come to room temperature, and then all the fat will rise, and I'll take a spoon and scoop it off, and then I'll put it in the quart containers. I'm going to use 1 quart later today, and the other quart's going into the freezer for rice or for soup, whatever I need broth for.